Jai Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna Nama Prabhu Ki Jai. Welcome all of you. We are in the 17th session of Soulful Japa. We have completed 16 sessions and there was some suggestions that we are going too fast. Too many things to commit into our memory and remember. So I thought today I will spend time to summarize some concepts, the key concepts in the form of all the analogies that I have given to make understand things clearly, and also some terms that I have used to trigger some concepts like attention touch, attention connection, etc. etc. So let me just and these are very important, these analogies, because most of this subject matter, the relationship we understand through analogies. So let me start with some of the things which will build up overall summary of what we have spoken also. First thing we said was the Lord is incarnated now on this earth and is engaging in different leelas of purifying the devotees as well as expanding the Krishna consciousness movement and bringing down or bringing golden age which Lord Chaitanya predicted due to the Sankirtana. So it is going to happen. Lord Chaitanya predicted that in every town and village my name will be sung. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radha and Krishna combined. And this Hare Krishna Mahamantra is nothing but combination of Radharani's name and Krishna's name. So it is the name of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's name will be sung in every town and village. So it is going to happen. It's not going to, that prediction is going to come true. Now, literally it means literally every town and village. Okay. So that means the golden period. Within the small period, within this Kali Yuga, a small period of golden age will be there. So Nama Prabhu, an example was, Nama Prabhu was compared to a brilliant sun. A brilliant sun. A sun is made up of Satchidananda, and the rays of sun is also light and a sun is made up of light and heat, and the rays are also of light and heat. The same way, Nama Prabhu is a brilliant son of Satchidananda, and the rays of that Satchidananda Vigraha is also Satchidananda. So he has descended on the earth and he is engaged in different activities, just as Krishna was engaged in activities 5,000 years back. Now those who are fortunate get an opportunity to serve the holy name through Japa, through Sankirtana, through preaching the holy name, etc. Now we introduce three terms. One is Savior, Sevak and Seva. Now Japa, the incarnation has to be served by the living entities. So Nama Prabhu is served by the Sevaka. One who serves is called Sevaka. One who receives the service is called Savior. And here the Savior is a brilliant son of Satchidananda, Krishna Nama Prabhu, and the Shakti Avaishavatara combined. And Seva. Seva is what? What is the process of service? What is the actual service? Sevak is offering service to Sevya. What is the service? Service is attentive chanting, hearing and repeating the name of the Lord, which amounts to pleasing the Lord. Service is meant for pleasing the Lord. So seva is that. Now in this, chanting, hearing and tasking is the seva. But the seva has to be always rendered with love, with devotion, with attention, devotion, love, surrender, all those things. Because it is, Japa is not simply a process of mind control, mind training, etc. No. Mind training is one part of it, small part of it. Basically, it is about, offering all of our soul energies to the Lord. So, so remember this concept, Sevya, Sevak and Seva. Specifically, chanting means distinctly chanting. Hearing means sharply hearing. Tasking means uninterruptedly repeat. This is the Seva. In the background, with background of different kinds of faith, facts, feelings, intention, desire, purpose, and other feelings of respect, love, gratitude, surrender. All these things in enriched. This seva is offered in the foreground of this background context. For that we introduced the concept of, again, background mind, foreground mind. Our conscious mind has got two portions, background mind and foreground mind. And then there is a subconscious mind. So we introduced this concept. Most of these things very easy. If you remember these definitions, entire thing will come up. Just like seva, these words itself will bring up everything about will tie up all the concepts. So this, for understanding this background, foreground and chittam or subconscious mind, I gave the example. I don't know whether I gave the example. I think yesterday I gave this example to somebody who wanted clarification. For those who are familiar with computer, let's say this computer screen, that is like the foreground attention, where activity is going on. And the hard disk is like the subconscious mind, chittam. All memory, everything is there in that. Then there is a RAM memory. From the hard disk, what applications you are right now running, etc. Few, very small quantity of that subconscious memory comes into your RAM memory. So in the same way, the background mind is like the RAM memory. And it's not very difficult to understand. Just like you have relationship with thousands of people. Suddenly you come across your father. Immediately your subconscious will load into your RAM all the things about your father. That is why you are able to relate with the father. As soon as you see his image, you'll talk to him, you'll relate with him meaningfully. You don't have to make any effort to remember, oh, he is my father, these are his qualities. All these things are not required. So all automatically, it is called background context. So it's a context mind. Or in very next minute you go and meet somebody else, something else comes in you, immediately it's loaded. Where is it all coming from? It's all coming from the subconscious mind. Another example I gave is just like in a theatrical play, there is a stage where actually the drama is happening. And then there are backdrops, different kinds of backdrops. Suppose the scene is a forest scene, there will be a forest backdrop, house scene, a palace backdrop. So these backdrops are like context. They are not active conscious mind, but they're static, they're staying there. But the active thing is going on in the stage. Similarly, the background conscious mind, your free will is not active there. It is just there in the background to give you a meaning to the activity in the foreground. So then, what is subconscious mind in this example? Because to make those sets for the drama, there will be 10, 20 sets. All that has been done off stage. So many people worked on it. They all prepared and brought it and set it up. One by one, as per scene, they open the screens. So in the same way, that is like the subconscious mind. So in this way, it's very clear about this understanding. Why this understanding is required is because quality of japa depends upon two things: quality of foreground activity and quality of background content. And background content is knowledge, faith, feelings, intention, purpose, desire, respect, love, gratitude, surrender, and so many other, humility and all those feelings. These are all before the Lord, humility before the Lord, all these things are in the background. So background quality is separate active effort we have to put. For background quality, we have to read Prabhupada's books. For instance, by reading these modules, you understand that Krishna is. We are just repeating that thing that Prabhupada said. Krishna's name is not different from Krishna. He is Krishna himself. But who is Krishna? What is his mind? What does he expect from us? All that you don't get from Japa module, you get it from, or you don't get it from Namamrita also. You get it from Bhagavatam, you get it from Bhagavad Gita. That means you have to know Krishna. The more you know Krishna, our background will get enriched with this consciousness, Krishna consciousness, and in that way we can serve the Lord in a meaningful way without it becoming a mechanical thing. Then, another beautiful example that Prabhupada gave is how sun's rays are available for everyone on this earth, and it all depends on, even a stone can absorb that sun's rays and become diamond. So it all depends on the receptacle. How the receptacle, according to that, the mercy can be received. So in the same way, the Nama Prabhu's mercy, the brilliant sun of Satchidananda, the Nama Prabhu's mercy is available for all jivas, for them to receive it. But a lot depends on how much capacity they have got to receive it. And we also discussed that every human being has got some kind of a sukurti. That means some little capacity to receive the kripa is there. You receive that, and then how by receiving little what you can now, you increase your capacity to receive more. That means your vessel to receive the Nama Prabhu's kripa increases as you hear more and more, and you expand your one little mercy you receive, that your chitta becomes purer and purer, and more pure, more you can receive. So in this way, rapidly, like a geometric progression, once chittam becomes purified, now it is contaminated with ignorance, pure chit comes in. So for that, another very important point in that connection, we said, what is the relevance of following 4 regulative principles? If you don't follow 4 regulative principles, in order to explain that, I gave the example of a firewood. If you have a piece of firewood dipped in water and you throw it in the fire, you see that the firewood does not catch fire. That means visibly you cannot experience the fire. The firewood cannot experience the fire because all the heat is going to not to burn the wood, but it is going to dry and evaporate the water. So our sinful activities, our sinful reactions are all like this, wetting the wood. They are like water. So if we want rapid effect, if we want our soul is like the firewood. If we want our soul to catch fire, catch the fire of Satchidananda, we have to keep it dry. We have to keep ourselves free from sinful activities, sinful reaction. And the 4 regulative principles are the pillars of sinless life. No intoxication, no meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling. As I said, these 4 activities are like a major wetting process, like going and dipping in a pond fully. So again, you have to again get heated, again get purified, all those. So that example of firewood also, please remember that. And the vessel capacity also, I had given an example. And another, the most important example that demonstrates the action of holy name on our consciousness, on our soul, is Prabhupada's beautiful, repeatedly quoted analogy of a piece of iron placed inside a fire. It becomes warmer, 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 and then it becomes red hot, and it becomes fire-like. So in the same way, our soul is originally Satchit Ananda, and it has been now in touch with the material nature. It has lost its fire of Satchidananda. So when we come back to touch Krishna, then everything gets again Satchidananda-ized. Now, in this connection with this analogy of iron and piece of iron and fire, we adopted this analogy to understand what is the attention, what is this attention connection and what attention touch. The soul is spiritual, and we repeatedly reminded ourselves that attention is the soul energy, spiritual energy. In this body, now if you say anything, I am there, and the attention energy that comes, that is the spiritual. Everything else, body is material, mind is ego, these are all material elements. But as a spirit soul, my energy that is coming out is attention. And it is through attention that I know this body. So attention is a spiritual energy. So now Lord has incarnated. He is all spiritual. To touch the all spiritual personality, you need a spiritual connection, and that spiritual connection is attention. So therefore we say, I coined this word, attention connection. That is one. Not only connection, attention touch. We have to keep holding. Attention should not be removed from there. Should not be diverted. So that is the idea of attention touch. So these 2 words will help us in understanding, in keeping our goal very clear during chanting. The goal, the intent, the immediate intent of action. Desire is to please Nama Prabhu. But what is the intent of the action of chanting and hearing? Is attention touch and attention connection. Okay, so then we talked about 3 kinds of japa. We talked about the mindless japa. And mindless japa, then we talked about mindless, mindful and soulful japa. And inner line, mindless japa is japa where your body is mechanically chanting, lips are moving, tongue is moving, everything. Bead bag is moving, beads are moving, everything, but your mind is completely absorbed in some thinking. So this mindless japa is called body japa. You do only body japa. And this is considered to be an offense under the holy name, because the holy name is Lord Himself, and you are not giving your mind. So it is an offense to be doing mindless japa. Of course, the Lord is very merciful, because Namavatara is very merciful, has come to save us. even though we are making offense, let us say out of 108 beads, 90 beads you are you have no attention connection. You are not attentive. You are thinking japa. But when you begin your round, you are trying. And first 10 rounds you maintained your attention. So the Lord is so merciful that He receives those 10 attentive japa and He wipes off that offenses. He is very forgiving. Provided we are trying to increase our attention from 10 to 15 to 20 to 30. Nama Prabhu senses our sincerity. Okay, my mind is crazy, it's going here and there, but I am trying. Oh, this soul is trying to be attentive to me. So by just trying to be attentive, He gives us the full credit of being attentive. So do not worry about what to do. I am most of the rounds I am inattentive. So Lord must be offended with me. No, Lord is very merciful. It's a stage of japa, He knows. As long as, very important, even if it is even the mind is so bad, first 5-10 beats you put your mind and be attentive. And continue rest of the 90 times, continue attentive to be attentive. And there is no question of, still the Lord is very pleased. In fact, in the initial days when Prabhupada, I saw in some video, Prabhupada was giving the beats initiation. He used to give, your name is this. Then he said, chant 16 rounds. Try to do offenseless, or something like that. In other words, he was putting that clause there. Try to do offenseless chant. He was saying try. So that means we have to continuously try to be offenseless, because it's a relationship. It is your incapacity today. What can you do? Your mind is running here and there, but your soul wants to. So as long as that soul sincerity is there to reduce the offenses, still the Lord receives it. Okay. So then mindless japa, we gave the example of one of the reasons why the mind goes here and there. Not here and there, then and there. The mind should be here and now. So generally our mind, when it thinks about some past problems, it's gone to the past. The future, it goes to the future. But where is the holy name manifest? Is holy name in the present. So thinking is the biggest enemy for japa. Thinking during japa is the biggest enemy for quality japa. Then you may ask, what about the background? Background are all thought feelings. It's not thinking. Feelings never distract attention. They make us focus our attention. There is no thinking happening in the background. They are thought feelings. That is another term that we have also introduced. That is the meaning of thought feeling, means bhavana. I'll come to that. So then mindful japa is where our attention is on here and now. Because where does Lord incarnate? Right now, on whatever Hare Krishna you say, right now, here, instantly, He is in the present. And therefore our attention has to be in the present, not some past and somewhere else, future somewhere else. It has to be here itself, here and now. And it has to be very specifically here and now. It's not enough if you are also only now. One side you are chanting and then you have your mobile on the other side. So you are here, no doubt, but not on the holy name. So even here and now, it becomes now and there. Now and there, where? On the holy name. So that also we have to be very careful. So keeping this in mind, if you rectify this, it is called mindful japa. And what does mindful japa demand? Mindful japa demands training of the mind. And mind can be taught anything. Mind is like a monkey. Have you seen people, animal trainers training the dogs and monkeys and everybody? Our mind is exactly like that. If the mind is crazy today, running here and there, because we have trained it that way. Come on, roam around, roam. You have trained it. Free time means keep roaming. Okay. So that was about mindful japa. Mindful japa, from mindless you can go to mindful japa by tapas, little sacrifice, little mind control. This is called austerity. So it is called tapomaya japa. That means if you have to stay in mindful japa, some tapas is required. Means some sense control is required to hold the attention on the holy name. So it is called tapomaya japa. And tapa, what is it? What is the tapa here? Abhyasa. Repeatedly, the mind goes, attention goes away, bring it back. Bring it back. Again it goes, bring it back. Please remember, each time the attention goes and you bring it back, there is another portion of the mind which is learning from you that I should not leave the attention to go, I should hold it. So that means, this is what Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita also, control your mind by your mind. So you create another mind slice to control the mind. So that is why it said, it gets trained. Now what you are consciously doing during training period, when it goes, you bring it back. When it goes, you bring it back. When it goes, you bring it back. Now suddenly mind will learn that. Whenever one part of the mind goes, it will bring it back. So your problem is solved. You are trained. Your attention is held on to the Nama. So this is why I said 6 months alone is enough to establish attention connection predominantly. Because this 6 months is actually meant for training the mind and untraining the old ways of japa. You take japamala, we start thinking. Chant. After few beats, gone. Thinking about this preaching, that, this, that, so many things. Even if it is about Krishna consciousness preaching, goes. 16 rounds also completed. So this is very, very common. Thinking japa. So mindful japa is free from thinking japa. It's a tapomaya japa. Okay. And mindless japa is thinking japa or body japa. Then there is soulful japa. And soulful japa, what we said, same mindful japa in an enriched background of facts, of knowledge about Sevya, knowledge about Seva, knowledge about Sevaka, facts, that means who is Krishna, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then his Nama, Avatara. So all this knowledge is all consolidated into feeling the presence of the Lord when you are chanting. Only if you have knowledge, then you will connect that sound before you as God Himself, isn't it? So enriched by all these things that I gave lot of, a list of soul energies. And you don't have to think it is very complicated. You see, the problem with this is we do so many things in our life so sincerely. We put our desire, we put our attention, we put our determination, so many things. So it is not some new thing for us to, these are all soul energies. Only we are not putting on japa. That is the only problem. This is the only thing I am making. By listing out these things, Sankalpa Shakti, Vikalpa Shakti, Chesta Shakti, Ichcha Shakti, all these things that we usually use to relate with something which we like or which we love or any work or anything. We offer our heart and soul, we say, oh, this man is working with heart and soul. Take that situation. You see all this energy, soul energy is giving there. Here we should give that to the Lord. And to give that, you have to prepare your subconscious mind. Now, another thing about soulful japa, which it was not there in my module, but yesterday I added that in my module because there was a question by one devotee. I thought it was a very good question. He was telling, he put this question that, see, if I am reading Prabhupada's books and I am putting them into my subconscious mind by contemplation, by meditation. So when I am doing japa, it comes up. So what I put in there, it comes up in my subconscious mind, in my background mind. So then, isn't it like psyching myself up? Oh, Krishna is before me, Krishna is Supreme Lord, and these are not really my soul feelings. These feelings I put in there, and then I because I put in there, thought about it, converted them into thought feelings, into bhavana, and then that bhavana is rising up. So that is not your soul feelings, he said. This is very correct. Very, very correct. Bhaktivedanta Thakur says that right now our mind is locked up in the content of the material mind. So therefore, Bhaktivedanta Thakur says, he uses the word abhasa. Abhasa means shadow. All that we are doing now with our material mind, feelings, is abhasa bhakti. Now, my spiritual mind is locked up to my material mind. So, my spiritual mind, by associating with the content of the material mind, which is all Krishna conscious feelings, by resonance it will awaken one's spiritual feelings. That is called bhavana, real bhava. There is a stage of japa called bhava, that is spiritual bhava. Okay, so from abhasa bhakti you generate bhava bhakti. Bhava bhakti is about your soul generating these feelings. No doubt, immediately I cannot generate that soul feeling of complete surrender. That purity is not there. Or my gratitude. I may be grateful to some degree. I may forget. I don't have depth of gratitude. But I start, So therefore, this also is a very important thing. It is a part of, don't worry about it. First, we have to purify our material mind. Unless my material mind becomes a Vaishnava, my spiritual mind will not wake up. So that's a process, not to worry about it. So, then I also gave an example of electricity and electric wire. Then we talked about, in respect to avatara, 3 concepts we talked. One is the currency, how a 20 rupee value paper has got 2000 rupee value just because of the authorization. Similarly, post box in different places, you put letter, it reaches the GPO. And then we also gave the example of the electric wire, and the source is one, and so many wires are there, everywhere electricity comes. So in the same way, thousands and millions of people are chanting Hare Krishna on their tongue. The source is one, aprakrita nama, and he flows into the external sound, which is the Shakti Avesha, becomes the Shakti Avesha nama. And just like you put a letter in the small post box, it reaches the head office. In the same way, every seva that I am doing to the Shakti Aveshanama is reaching the Shuddha Nama, the Aprakritama, transcendental name of the Lord. So this is one thing that we discussed. And Aprakrita Nama and Shakti Aveshanama, they are all, the Nama Avatara is a combination of Aprakrita Nama, transcendental sound which we cannot hear or touch with our material tongue, and the Shakti Aveshanama, which is like the body of the Avatara. So by worshipping, touching, chanting, hearing, etc. of the Shakti Aveshanama, our service is reaching the Aprakrita Nama. And what is self-purification? We discussed self-purification means by the continuous attention touch and devotional touch, our spiritual mind will awaken. And when it awakens, the purpose of purification means awakening of our spiritual mind. So we gave that example of how seated in a theater, etc., etc. So this is overall, I have touched upon all the things just for you to revise. Mainly, I would say that these different concepts, words that I have used, they immediately bring back the entire concepts. Nama Prabhu, brilliant like a sun, Seva, Sevak, Sevya, then sun rays example, and then rainfall example, firewood and fire example, iron and fire example. Soul is like the fire of, soul, and the soul being put in the fire of Satchidananda. Then mindless japa, mindful japa, soulful japa. Then different analogies of how the avatara happens, electrical wire, current, currency, post box, etc. So now let us take some questions today, and then I am planning that by Monday I will post one first training module. In fact, that was another request from many devotees. In between also, why don't you start intersperse with some training modules instead of waiting for entire theory and then practice. So I'm going to start one training module on Monday. Before that, probably tomorrow I'll be posting that training module as a next module in the Japa Telegram. Okay, so there's a question: why is a mala required for chanting? Okay, in one line I will tell you. You will learn in detail the role of mala later on, if you continue to attend. But the role of mala is to separate one mantra from another mantra, because what we are doing is a repetition of a mantra. We are not chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, like a tap water. No break. No. Mantra as a surupa. Shabda surupa is there. What is the Shabda surupa? Mantra surupa starts with Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. It ends there. So who is the savior? Not 10 strings, 5 strings of names. No. Savior, the one who is receiving the seva, is the Hare Krishna Nama Avatara. They received. Radharani and Krishna combined together is this Nama. They are receiving this. So that I am repeating. Seva to them I am repeating. So Mala helps to quantize our attention. Instead of being continuous, it should be uninterrupted pieces of attention. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. You cannot lose sight of the Savior, like if you chant like a tap water. So that is one of the roles. Okay. A deity becomes Lord himself after Pranapratishtha. When does the Prakrita Nama become Aprakrita Nama? Yes. See, as soon as you utter, the Lord is eternally vibrating. The Shuddha Nama is eternally vibrating. And he has decided to incarnate. Any tongue starts, Hare, you say, immediately that sound is spiritualized. Hare enters, Radharani enters, Krishna enters, Hare. So like this, continuously, as soon as we utter, immediately the personality is coming in. In other words, then finally when you are chanting the whole mantra together, the whole Nama Prabhu is a combination of all these Namas. Because now we are saying that's why we call this mantra as Hare Krishna Nama Prabhu. The whole unit. For what reason I told you, transcendental reason, we do not know. Why they have joined together in this particular pattern. So the transcendental sound is eternally vibrating. And your Shakti Avasha Nama, you bring into existence, it goes out of existence. When it is in existence, you touch it. When Hare is over, now Hare is gone out. Shakti Avasha Nama gone out of existence. Next Krishna. Like that. So, there is we have learned that Krishna empowers some qualified jivas, not Vishnu Tattvas. Okay. In relation to Nama Prabhu, even we are reciting Krishna's names only. Why Krishna has to empower his names? It is already omnipotent. You are very right. Krishna's Surupa or Krishna's Shuddha Nama does not require empowerment, because he is Krishna himself. Just like Krishna is omnipotent, Krishna's Nama is omnipotent, as you rightly say. But the problem is that the name that you chant out of your material tongue is a Prakrita Shabda. And therefore, that Shabda, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Namnamakari Bhojan Nija Sarva Shakti. So Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says there is an empowerment going on. So empowering what? A matter vibration is empowered. So there are two things. The omnipotent Shuddha Nama is Aprakrita Nama. No need of empowerment, but the name you chant needs empowerment. Hare is Srimati Radharani in Mahamantra. So whether Radharani also incarnates with Krishna? Sure, definitely. In fact, Chaitanya Prabhupada says the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is a prayer to, oh Krishna, oh energy of Krishna, please engage me in your service and give me relief from Maya. So it is a joint prayer to Radharani and Krishna. Prabhu, even though I don't have any intention of using Japa time for anything else, I attend to Japa, but during Japa it's not happening, mind takes over. I already discussed that we are going to do. These are all part of the foreground training. May I know what happens to Lord who descended on Nama, as Lord is eternal, how to understand? That's exactly what, with respect to other question, I have already answered. Shakti Avasha Nama manifests and unmanifests, appears and disappears. But Shuddha Nama does not appear and disappear. It is eternally vibrating in the spiritual world. And when my Shakti, when I utter, that time, he enters into it. Next. From your sessions, I understood that the reciprocation Nama Avatara does not depend whether one is initiated or not. If the latter is having Shraddha on the holy name, no problem. Japa is a relationship with the holy name. So there are different degrees of relationship as you progress with the personality. So at some stage, the Nama would want you to be connected to a Siddha, a one who has perfected his chanting, who is a pure devotee of the Nama. So then only you can progress further. So even if you are not initiated, you can progress up to a certain bit, but you cannot progress totally. There has to be, so it's a personal thing. You have to go step by step you have to go. So therefore you have to accept a pure devotee. Krishna says one who is saying he is my devotee is less of a devotee than the one who is saying I am the devotee of my devotee. Please remember all these things. If you want to be a devotee of Krishna, you have to understand his mind. Okay. Then Lord's name is invested with all his energies. Can we say his name is more powerful than him? How can you say that? Lord is invested all his power means not that he has become bankrupt. Pura Kali, he emptied everything to the Shakti Avashanama. He is an eternal source of Shakti. 1 minus 1 is 1 in spiritual dynamics. Does different names of Krishna have different strengths? No, all of them are equally empowered with all the Shaktis. But their reciprocation is different. In other words, reciprocation means their rasa. If you chant Narayana, Narayana, the rasa is not like same as rasa with Krishna. Okay? What should we ask Radharani while chanting? I already mentioned. Please engage me in your service and free me from Maya. Free me from the service of Maya. The Lord is personally present in Hare Krishna, Rama and Mahamantra, or is it the end of the mantra when we have finished one to you? The Lord is present in his full form in his Prakrita Nama, not during Rama or Krishna or Hare. But as you chant, he infuses strength in each of those words. And that is why you have to hear each word then itself. Afterward, that word is gone. Hare is gone. Krishna is gone. You have to hear that word. Aprakrita Nama empowers or gives the energy as per purity of purpose. What should be the best purpose? This also, I think, a repeat question. Kali Yuga is quarrel and hypocrisy. That is already told by the Lord. But how can it be better world in upcoming years? Kali Yuga should end with lot of sins. Yes, Kali Yuga is, a long time. 430,000 years. 400 and one more zero. So 4 million. So the holy name has descended through Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Every day of Brahma, when Krishna appears in this Brahmanda once, after that Lord Chaitanya also appears. And after that there is a golden period for a very short time, means 10,000 years it is there. After that again Kali Yuga goes on. So this 10,000 years is a very small portion of Kali Yuga's duration. Afterwards again it will go like that. So this is predicted. We have to believe these things. We have to have faith in these things. Just like you see one simple thing. When Prabhupada had so much faith, when Bhaktivedanta Thakur said that, Americans, Africans, everybody will come one day to Mayapur and chant and dance. And then, or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's name will spread all over every town and village. So some of his God brothers in Gaudiya mission, they used to say, what it means is in Bengal. It will go all over Bengal. Because they did not know how the transportation, how world will get connected and all those things. So, but Prabhupada replied to that devotee, no, it will spread. Lord Chaitanya said means it will happen. So you see how Prabhupada had that faith and it happened. And Prabhupada has further told every Nagaradi Grama, every town and village, which has not happened now. Every town, and that means, Prabhupada said only 50% of the work I have done. Every town and village this Nama will go. That is when the golden period will come. So Srila Prabhupada is a founder Acharya. He is the one who has initiated this worldwide preaching movement. And now we all have small work, our own sevas, to spread Krishna Nama everywhere. Every house should chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We have to be a little patient. So that is the... Okay, so I think we'll meet on Monday. Okay, tomorrow we'll meet, but by Monday I will give you the next... Or tomorrow, should you take a day off? What do you all think? Some message? Or you don't want a break? I am ready. Because to summarize, I need some more. Okay, so we'll meet tomorrow. I don't want to break. So, day after we'll do some practice modules.
Many are saying no break.
Okay. Many are saying no break. Right then. Thank you. We'll see tomorrow. Srila Prabhupada ki, Nama Prabhu ki jai.